welcome to the You Can Do Both podcast. This is Court.
This is Ashley, and we're coming at you live from Boston.
With season 3, baby.
We're back, baby. We missed you guys so much. Court and I have been just giddy all morning, all week, all month, truly.
It feels like Christmas morning. It feels like the first day of school. Like, we could not be more ready to be back in these brand new seats that we're sitting on right now.
Guys, what do you think?
Do you love them as much as we love them?
This was a big girl purchase, but it was so necessary.
Yeah.
Because season 2, we leveled up with our cover art. Mm-hmm. What else did we do? It felt like we did a lot, but it felt like we had some actionable things to show for it.
Yeah.
And season 3 was all about building relationships, looking at the long-term vision.
Yeah.
We're like, I mean, guys, what do you think of my artwork for one? My little DIY over here.
Ash killed it over
here. But
here.
aside from that, we'll see how long this sticks around. But we needed something big. We needed a grand gesture, if you will.
Yeah, a grand entrance.
Yes.
We're right into season 3 with our comfortable new armless beanbag chairs. You don't know how long these have been on my wish list to like be in my home.
No, these were in your vision board.
Yeah, they were in my vision board for You Can Do Both for a podcast setup.
They were.
And look at where we are. Just really making dreams come true.
Aww, I love that. Dreams are coming true. So hopefully you guys enjoy them too. Now I feel like we will always have good posture.
I have to play around with the sitting. I'm like, how do I want to sit in this?
The only other thing I was thinking is if we have a guest on, they're going to have to sit on the floor.
No.
But we'll have to sit on the couch or something. We won't be able to use the new babies.
I know.
Also, Court mentioned this would be like a funny TikTok, but I just want you guys to know how dedicated I am to this podcast. I have to store these large armless beanbag chairs. Yes, they're beautiful. I just simply don't have the space for them. No. But I am sacrificing my gorgeous, beautiful, aesthetically pleasing apartment to store these babies.
Yeah. Until when?
Until Matt and Courtney move out and find a new place with the studio.
Exactly. That's the long term. Can everyone get on that? Can everyone start manifesting that for us?
Yeah. So hopefully within season 3, Matt and Court are going to move into a new apartment. It'll be like either a 2-bed or a 1-bedroom and a den for like an office space.
Yeah.
And said office space will be our studio.
Yeah.
And I won't have to set up the studio equipment. I don't have to move my furniture. Guys, you guys can't see this. The couch is in 2 pieces, squished in the corner next to the desk. It's just going to be so much easier.
It's a commitment to YCDB.
Yeah. The problem is you guys just have it too good in your current apartment.
Yeah. And I personally have it too good because I just waltz on over. Hey, Ash.
Yeah.
It's all done. It's all perfect. But the roles will be reversed at some point.
Yeah.
I just don't know how soon. Until then, this is beautiful.
Yes.
And I appreciate your commitment.
Oh my God, of course. I'm here
and your dedication to our success.
Absolutely. It'll all be worth it one day.
Yes. Well, without further ado, let's honestly catch you up on the summer. It's been honestly way too long. It's been like, I think we released our last episode at the beginning of June. Yeah. And it's September, ladies and gentlemen.
Those episodes I feel like were also kind of batched too. So we weren't hopping
actively
on the
recording. Yeah. And we were also doing like every other week because our life was getting a bit hectic. So I feel like it really has been like a 3-month span at least.
No, it has. And Court and I, every time we see each other, we're like, oh my God, I just like want to get back.
We're itching. We're like, come on.
But we're trying to take it slow so we can really come at the ground running.
Something like that.
So
let's get into some manifestations for season 3. And by sharing these, we're doing a few things. Number 1, we're hopefully getting you all excited about what's to come and understanding as to why we took a 3-month detour. And number 2, keeping your girls accountable because
we love accountability.
When we tend to speak things or write them down, they 9 times out of 10 come true.
It's true.
So we're going to get right into it.
Yes.
First manifestation is episodes every Thursday. Yeah. I know that in the past we've done maybe like 3 episodes a month or every other week, But let's just hit the ground running.
These aren't necessarily all manifestations. These are also just things that you guys can look forward to and kind of goals.
Yes.
Because manifesting that we are going to drop an episode every week, it's like, no, we're just going to do it. We're committed to the schedule. So weekly episodes every Thursday.
Manifestations is just telling yourself what your future self is going to achieve.
Okay.
So yeah, however you want to interpret that.
Okay, perfect. Next one is you guys can also expect some guest interviews. We've been connecting with Boston creators, small business owners throughout our break, and we have people that we haven't talked to yet, but I see it in the vision board. Yeah. It's definitely they'll be on the podcast. So if you guys have anyone that you want to see on You Can Do Both, send them our way.
Next is we're gonna hone in on wellness, productivity, habits. I feel like we'll always have a bit of everything on the You Could Do Both podcast, since it's literally called You Can Do Both. But we feel most passionately about like just making our lives better, and honestly just making our lives balanced and harmonious. So we definitely want to lean more into like the self-help and development space, and make sure that you all have like actionable takeaways from the majority of our episodes, so you feel like you're also improving your life too.
Definitely. So we're just going to bring you guys along that wellness journey, because I will say, Court and I are by no means experts in the wellness space, but we absolutely love and adore consuming that content and learning more and bettering ourselves. And while our lives are chaotic and crazy and we're in our mid-20s just trying to figure it out, I think that's the balance that You Can Do Both that we want to tap into.
Exactly.
So also for you guys, if there's any specific wellness habit or things you've been wanting to try, send them our way. We'll try it out. We'll give you a full review. That's also been something that's been requested a lot.
Right.
Like our experiences on different things that we try.
Yeah. So let us be your guinea pigs.
Yeah. That would
we'll
be
let
so
you know.
fun.
We'll let you know how it is.
We have some exciting merch, some giveaways planned, some items that we are hoping to
launch,
put in your hands.
One of those being the damn hats.
Guys, I'm so sorry.
Guys, remember like 4 months ago when we put out this, reach out to us if you want a hat, we're going to place a reorder. It has been an absolute debacle, but they're on their way. I just cannot give you an estimated time of arrival for them, because apparently Ashley doesn't agree, but I feel very strongly about this.
Courtney sat on it.
You Can Do Both, Courtney and Ashley single-handedly made this one colorway of a hat, the cream hat with the little green lid, sold out everywhere. You know why? Because we had that one video go viral on both TikTok and Instagram, and we haven't been able to get our hands on that mother effing colorway.
One viral video, and it's all us.
Everyone wants it.
Sold out the whole nationwide from our one video.
Yeah, it's true. You heard it here first.
The thing is, Courtney fully believes this, by the way, guys. This is not...
Yes, I'm telling you.
It's not a joke.
I'm telling you, ever since we ordered them, I've been seeing that colorway everywhere. Like every little brand, every big brand. And so, once the universe decides to give our hats rightfully back to us, then we will share it for all of you guys.
Yeah, so hats are coming. Also, I think they're going to be so perfect for fall and winter.
Yes.
Because it's a cream, not a white, so it's like a winter white. And then also the green was always so fall.
You know what? This happened for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason.
The universe just did this because maybe the hats wouldn't have been as popular during the summer months.
Totally.
Next on the manifestation list is honestly just supporting other like Boston creators and small businesses. We're going to be doing that through our Boston recommendations of the week, which we do almost every episode, but also just trying places out, finding things like that, sharing our experiences with them, and hopefully encouraging whoever's in Boston to try them out as well.
Okay, love it. And I think that's it for season 3. Not to just bark all of that at you, but I think it's important to share. You guys are along with this journey too, so.
Yeah. The final thing is actually to get our ratings and reviews up.
Oh, yes.
So
if you could please just scroll on down, give us a little 5-star.
Yeah, listen, I fall victim to it too. Like, we know how many listeners we have, and we also see the amount of reviews and ratings that we have, and something's not adding up.
Not adding up. The math is not math.
The math is not mathing. The girl math is not. Have you seen girl math?
No.
Oh my god, it's
What's girl math?
So good. It's like you go to return something for worth $50, and then you buy something worth $100. You still only spend $50. Girl math.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of different examples, and it's just like cute and so true. Like, I didn't realize how universal so many concepts were.
I know. Don't you just feel so not unique
Yeah.
when you find out you're like, oh,
Everyone
everybody else
else
thinks the exact same way as well.
Yeah. So yeah, rate us 5 stars and let us know what you think of the podcast, please, and thank you.
Yeah. Okay, and with that, before we finally get into the meat and potatoes of this episode.
Oh my god, please never say that again.
Isn't that what people say? Meat and potatoes? Sometimes there's so many different sayings that I hear, and I never actually say it. And then all of a sudden they come out, usually on the mic, and I'm like, is that even a thing? I'm not sure what possesses me to say those things, but anyways, Boston Rec of the Week. I know you guys have been without for quite some months now.
So mine is in Somerville, in Assembly Row, but like not even 10 minutes outside of the city.
Our old stomping grounds.
Grounds, Sweat House. It's a part of like the little fitness center that they have. They have like an area, I don't know what it's called. It's something along the lines of fitness center, but they have a bunch of like franchises like Cycle Bar, Sweat House, like Title
Theory.
Boxing, Orange Theory, like all in one place. And Sweat House is a sauna and cold plunge like membership studio type of situation. And Ashley and I had the pleasure of experiencing it for the first time with Anika, who is the founder of Oasis Boston on Instagram and TikTok. And her whole premise is she goes to different like wellness related events and different types of gyms and experiences and reviews them for everyone. So it's so cool. She's such a fun follow to just like learn about what's going on.
Half the stuff she posts, I'm like, I didn't know this Boston
existed.
had this.
And what she does, I think she just started doing this. She'll post every week like what is free to go to that week. So like on Monday there's this class for free, or maybe some of them will be like $5 or $10, but it's so educational. And even I sent one to you, I'm like, oh my god, should we go to this on Wednesday? So she just kicked off a YouTube series called Glow Getters, where she's interviewing wellness and Boston creators while she's experiencing these things with her for the first time. So we literally had an interview as we were in like 145 degree sauna and dripping sweat the entire time.
Yeah.
It was quite the experience.
It was so fun. Like, I loved that entire experience. But if you guys want to watch Courtney and I sweat while we're mic'd up in a sauna, head over to Glow Getters.
Yeah. I want to say please don't, but you should. You
definitely
really should.
Yeah.
I just distinctly remember you looking at me at one point, and like I can't even like look at you or talk to you because you're literally, there's sweat dripping from like every which surface area of your face and body. But an experience that we would go to on our own as well, 100%. Because we were in the Sweat House sauna for like 40 minutes or something crazy, and then we did a cold plunge right after, and I don't think I've felt better. They also have vitamin C shower heads after. Like, I didn't know that existed, but I guess they infuse vitamin C into the water. And unbelievable.
Yeah. Have you heard of the Jolie shower head?
I've been so targeted and tempted.
I think you should get it.
I think I should too.
I think you should.
It purifies the water.
And it puts vitamin C into it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. I think it's like a monthly subscription though.
Apparently it's just amazing for your hair and skin.
It's supposed to be incredible. Like, people rave about it. But I don't know if that's exactly what they have, but it's something similar to that.
Yeah.
And then after we were super sweaty, we went into the cold plunge. And I'm pretty sure we at least talked about this at the end of season 2. I wanted to do a cold plunge so bad.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a summer bucket list.
So that's mine. What is your rec?
So my Boston Rec of the Week is Night Shift Brewing. So during the summer months, and it should continue through the fall, they have a pop-up brewery on the Esplanade in Boston. So last night, Court and I did a habit stacking moment. So we did a little hot girl walk for our business meeting. And then towards the end, all of a sudden, we passed this little pop-up brewery, and we're like, should we? Yeah, absolutely. So we hopped in and we had a beer, and it was amazing. You're outside, you're in nature.
You're right by the water.
Literally on a walk, and then all of a sudden you can just go have a beer.
Yeah.
I had a pumpkin beer. It was so fall, so cute.
It was
so
giving
amazing.
It was giving fall.
And I got so excited.
Yes.
And honestly, that's a perfect transition.
It is.
Into today's
Don't you love how that happens?
episode. Love when that happens.
So today we're going to be giving you part catch up, part like our favorite type of episode where we give you like a list of things that we're doing. And so we're going to give you a catch up on what we've been up to the past 3 months, kind of letting you know what we checked off of our summer bucket list. It's going to feel like a catch up. And then we're going to transition into how we're getting ready for fall and giving ourselves a post summer reset, because I don't know about you all, but we've been so go, go, go. And that's how the summer is always, I think, for everyone. You're just trying to get everything in the few short months where it's like amazing weather. And it gets to a point where you're like, I gotta be better, do better, feel better.
Yeah. And that transition back to your regular healthy habits, getting the motivation to get back there is kind of overwhelming.
Yeah.
Especially if you really lived it up during the summer months. So, well, we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Okay. So, without further ado, how was your summer, Court?
My summer was good. It was kind of lax, which I feel like is not as typical for summer.
Compared to last summer, absolutely not.
Yeah. Like I can confidently say I was in Boston a good amount of summer. And Matt happened to be away because he had like bachelor parties and like things going on. So I had a lot of me time. I had a lot of time to explore Boston. And don't get me wrong, I definitely had some weekend trips as well. But I almost feel like my next 4 to 6 weeks is almost more hectic than my past 4 to 6 weeks, which is a little terrifying.
Yes.
But that's why we're instilling some habits later on in the episode. But back to the summer piece. I finally went to Nantucket. I understand what all of the hype is about. Let's just put it that way. Like, it was literally magical. I don't know if it was just so hyped up in my head and it was just on my list for forever that no matter what I would have experienced, I would have, like, just been relishing. But it really was gorgeous. The vibes were just, like, of everyone there was just unreal. The food was insane. Renting a Jeep and driving on the beach was something I've never done before. That's really typical for people in Mass, but I was blown away with how breathtaking and like fun of an experience it was. And now I want to go back every single summer, which is like not great for the bank account. So
I can't wait to join you.
Oh yeah, next summer we're doing a whole trip out there.
Yes. So I got to cross off my bucket list Cape Cod and Martha's Vineyard. Both are 2 places that I've never been before. And I did in fact have a Cape Codder in Cape Cod, so that was probably my number 1 bucket list item. So that was amazing. My parents rented a house down there for a week, so Joe and I went down for a weekend, and we just had so much fun. Like, they knew people with boats, and we literally took the boat to Martha's Vineyard for a lunch. Like, it was the best Cape experience I think I could ever have.
It was very bespoke. Like, I don't think you're going to have that same experience whenever you go back.
No, never again. So the fact that that was my first ever Cape experience, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And next summer bucket list, I either want to do something in Nantucket with you, or I think we should rent a house in P-Town.
Yeah.
At the very tip of the Cape. I've known a couple people that do that, but when I was in the Cape, everyone was just raving about it. And it sounds amazing. So the Cape definitely lives up to the hype. I'm still a late girl though, guys. I'm gonna say it. The culture is so different.
It is. It's
But
drastic.
Regardless, it was incredible. Next summer highlight is it is just the season of weddings.
Yeah.
And I would say, oh, we're getting to that age, but I don't even think it's just that.
No, it's not.
It's everybody, everywhere is getting engaged.
All
is
the
getting
influencers
married. Yes.
that we've followed for years.
Everything. My entire feed.
Yeah.
Everything. So I went to a wedding up on the lake. It was incredible. Like, went by boat. It was out of a movie. It was beautiful. I went to an engagement party, which was also pretty crazy that Joe's best friend is getting engaged, so it felt very close. I've never seen people get engaged before.
Yeah,
so
to be a part of that moment is like really special.
Yes. And then I was also asked to be a bridesmaid by one of my childhood besties at the lake. So just a lot of wedding things in the air.
Yeah.
It's different. It's new. I went from last year at this time, I've never once been to a wedding.
Yeah.
And now I'm just so involved in every single way.
Yeah, I feel similarly too. And part of it is because like Matt's friends are like his best friend got married last weekend in the Hamptons. So we were there. One of his other buddies got married at the beginning of summer in Mass. So we went there. And then his sister is like very impromptu, like getting married in a couple weeks from now, like a really small intimate wedding. And so we're celebrating her and having like a whole bachelorette day, super low key this weekend. But I'm like, holy moly, it's been family and friend filled, but it's been so much fun and just celebrating love. Like, even if you don't, like the first wedding that I had went to, I wasn't as close with the people, and still like I'm crying, I'm having the best night of my life. Just like you really do feel the love of people, and it's gorgeous. And then last weekend I went to the Hamptons for the first time, so that was another item crossed off my bucket list. And then it was for Matt's best friend's wedding and our like best couple friend outside of you and Joe.
You guys heard that?
Yes, of course. But they're the couple that like we went to Paris and London with like just a few months ago.
They have a little better trips than us. Fine. Keep going.
You know what I mean. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Hear about it.
It was the first couple of friends that we witnessed get married that like we feel so close with. So I was just like swooning the whole time. Just like so I feel like I felt her happiness, even though I'm sure I didn't even feel like a fraction of it. And yeah, we rented a house with like 14 of Matt's friends. We rented an Airbnb.
I think that's the way to do it. If you have a big friend group that's going to a wedding, I think that's what we're going to do for my friend's wedding that I'm in.
For sure.
Like all the wedding party that's close will get a Airbnb or something. And then also all the other people that even aren't in the wedding will also stay with you. I just think that's fun. It makes
it worthwhile.
Yours literally looked like a vacation too, so it was in a sick spot.
Because it was in the Hamptons, we were like, all right, let's get a really cool place with a nice backyard with a nice pool. And we came a couple days early so we could actually not feel like rushed, because weddings, if you just go for the actual event itself, it's like really quick, it's a lot going on, and you're probably going to be exhausted. So we had a day to lounge around the pool. We got a hibachi company to come and like cook us dinner. It was like a dinner and a show one night, and yeah, it was unreal.
Another summer highlight would have to be our mother-daughter weekend.
Oh yeah, easily.
So we've just been talking about, so how long have we known each other? 6 years?
Holy
7 years?
Oh my god, since 2017,
2017, yeah. So 6 years.
The math isn't mathing. No, I'm kidding.
Girl math.
10 years. No, I'm kidding.
A lifetime is what it feels like. Anyways, out of all of our time together and our friendship, we've always known our moms would just get along. Yeah. And they've met each other in passing. But we've always talked about doing a mother-daughter weekend.
We've always wanted it to be really forced. Like, we had dinner together or lunch before our graduation, like, in 2020.
Yeah.
We invited them up to have, like, a singular girls' night out. We were, like, testing the waters to see before, like, we had a full week. You know, it's like a first date. You can't just have the first date be a weekend-long trip.
It's true. It's so true. So we finally did do the weekend-long trip. And we just had so much fun. It was such good quality time. Yeah. Court and I would be at dinner, and we just look across the table at our moms, and we're like, why is that us in 30 years?
Also, why were they the stars of the show? Like, I don't think you and I got a singular word into one another, especially that first night.
It was their weekend.
Yeah, it was fully their weekend.
We were just the side characters.
No. We weren't the side characters. We were the parents.
Also true.
Making sure they weren't drinking too much.
No, literally, our night out in Newport, Court and I ended the night with waters. Like, we drove us home.
Yeah.
Court drove us home. But, like, I also could have driven because we were drinking waters. And the moms were getting crazy. I wanted to go to bed, like, that night. And the moms were up. They cracked open a bottle of wine when we got home. I'm like, ladies, my sleep mask is on. They're like, next year, we're getting joining rooms. We're going to get separate rooms. I'm like, you do that, girl.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Please.
But it was so fun and just so precious.
Yeah.
So honestly, that's something I would recommend to other friends. I would assume, like, if you're so similar to your
Best
bestie,
friend.
their moms, I don't know, use your judgment, but there's something really special about that.
Yeah.
And I just think the moms appreciate it so much too, because, like, when do they get that quality time away from family, like, just with their girls?
Yeah, exactly. No, I loved it. We have to do it again.
Yes. And then my last summer highlight would be, I truly had my golf girl summer. Like, if you would have told me I would have golfed this much this summer, I would have been like, what? Really?
What? Are you sure you want to do that?
So I started that ladies league. So we've gone out a couple times. We've done couples golf trips, driving range dates. Court and I went to Granite Links and Cotter was there. They did a pop-up tent. It was so much fun. Joe and I have just been golfing a lot. My work has a women's golf league that 3 times this summer, so I've been to 2 of them, and then I'm also going to one in the fall. It was just filled with golf, and I truly enjoyed it. And golfing with the girls, I knew it was going to be amazing.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah. And it hasn't really been a golf girl summer for me, but I've gotten out there.
She has gotten out there. The clubs are up here.
The clubs are up.
Yeah.
And
we can still golf in the fall, too.
Oh, I can't wait. I almost was going to recommend that instead of our business meeting walk yesterday, we go to the driving range, but you would just have the whole day before golfing.
Oh, yeah.
But we should do that soon.
Oh, when you come up to the lake, we can go golfing.
Yay.
Yeah,
Yay.
perfect.
Guys, and there's still so much to look forward to.
There is.
Just because the summer's ending doesn't mean that, that's what I need to remind myself. Because I'm so much of a girl that hates the cold. Florida girl doesn't love. I do appreciate fall, but I do think fall transitions very quickly into winter. And winter and spring last a lifetime. So I have to remind myself that there's still beauty in those seasons. And so sometimes when we're transitioning to fall, I'm like, summer wasn't long enough,
And this is just so crazy to me because you have fall's #1 fan as a best friend. I was so giddy last night when I was drinking my pumpkin beer. It was a little chilly out. Honestly, the whole month of August kind of started to feel like fall a bit. It was chilly. It wasn't hot. It wasn't sweaty.
Yeah.
Or too humid, I would say. So I've been eating it up, and I'm so excited. I was telling Court in preparation for this episode, I was like, okay, yeah, summer highlights, summer reset, whatever, but we're getting into the best part of the year.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot wait for fall, and I will share it with all of you. The summertime sadness as it comes to a close, like, I'm here for you. Yeah. We're gonna get through it. Yeah. Fall and winter is truly gonna be the best time. Think about the holidays. Oh my God,
yeah.
Halloween. I'm so excited.
We should do something fun for Halloween this year because I don't know what I do every other time, and I'm like not the costume girly. I mean, I do it, but. We should do something. Let's plan some things so that we can get really excited. Yeah. But we do have a very exciting thing coming up in the next couple of weeks. Actually, the week of our drop day. So this week we're going to NoahCon. Tonight, actually, we're going to NoahCon on the drop day. Oh my God. How fun.
That is so, I just got butterflies.
Right?
So as you're listening to this, hopefully it's in the morning on drop day. Tonight, Court and I are going to see NoahCon up in New Hampshire. Mm-hmm. It's about 15 minutes from my lake house, which is just amazing.
Yeah.
So if all goes according to plan, Court and I have been up at the lake house all week and relaxing, enjoying, listening to NoahCon in preparation, and then we'll be screaming at the top of our lungs to his music tonight.
Oh my goodness. Yay.
I can't wait.
Yay.
That'll be so fun. I also have not been to a concert all summer.
Neither have I. And Morgan Wallen was just in Boston. There's been so many people that were just in Boston. And I cannot justify spending $500 tickets at Fenway Park.
I'm not that into concerts that I can justify it at all.
No. I am, but Fenway is just not a good venue. Because no matter where you sit, you can't see anything. So I'd rather not.
Fair enough.
But that wraps up summer nicely. NoahCon will be the perfect transition to fall. second part of the episode.
Yes, we can finally get into probably the main reason why you're here. I mean, I'm sure you guys wanted to hear all about our summer, but in case you wanted to, you know, take something away from it, we're going to be sharing our summer reset rules, if you will, or guidelines.
Yes.
Where did this come about, Court?
This came about from our mother-daughter weekend, or honestly maybe a little bit before that. I feel like towards the end of the summer, everyone feels a little bit like, oof, like I need to settle down. I need to root myself or ground myself again before this like season change happens, whatever it is. So Ashley was messaging me, you know, Court, I think I want to do the 75-day hard or 75 hard. And I'm like, do you? And then I was like, you know what? I need to do a juice cleanse. I did a 5-day juice cleanse. And then right after we're like having these conversations, little things are being brought up. Like clearly we need to like have a reset to some capacity. Yeah. We're sitting on the beach and my aunt walks up to us during this mother-daughter weekend. And my aunt decided to like do a January or February like sober challenge for herself. And she felt so damn good that she has not had a sip of alcohol since, I think, January 1st. And this woman is ripped. She's shredded. Glowing.
She looks amazing.
Unbelievable. And Ash and I looked at ourselves and we're like, we are 25 years old.
We are 25. We have no excuse to not look like that.
Yeah. Except there are ways to go about living a healthy life that is not as extreme as that. I do enjoy that Aperol spritz on a rooftop during the summer. Absolutely. I do enjoy a pumpkin beer during the fall. Yes. And so it kind of got us thinking, how can we instill such basic little habits that will make us feel good every single day without doing something so extreme to our lifestyle?
Yeah. And it's just kind of building the foundation.
Yeah.
So we sat on the beach and Court pulled out her little iPad and we...
iPad kid at the beach.
iPad kid at the beach, literally. And we started coming up with just less than 8 rules or something that we were going to attempt to follow. So we came up with our rules and we were like, all right, this was a Sunday. And we're like, we're just going to start this tomorrow. So what we want to share with you guys is the rules or guidelines that we're following in hopes that maybe you'll want to pick up one or two.
Yeah.
Or all.
The premise is this is very attainable, regardless of where you are in life.
It's not a 75 hard. Yeah. It's not a week-long juice cleanse.
Yeah.
It's your foundation.
I think you're going to hear us say some of these items and you're going to be like, well, no shit. Of course I need to do that. But when you don't kind of set yourself up and say to yourself like, oh, I need to check this box today, it's very easy for these very basic principles or habits to just get lost, to be honest.
Yeah. You'll probably listen and be like, yeah, obviously, like, I do all of these. And then you actually think about it. You actually can't achieve any of these unless you're being intentional about it.
Exactly.
So with that, first rule.
First rule, baby.
Greens before coffee.
Greens before coffee. First off, you're not supposed to drink coffee on an empty stomach, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. It's super bad for acne. It's super bad for, honestly, you're just so dehydrated when you wake up. Like, you need to put something else in your body. It's tough on your stomach, all the things. But we have different greens in our minds. So I take athletic greens. I was just very heavily influenced and targeted. But I actually really enjoy it. It tastes good, and it has all the essential vitamins and supplements within it. And you do something different.
Yeah, for me, I don't know if you guys remember that chlorophyll trend like a year and a half ago. Well, I still do that. So I just have a little dropper, and I'll just put a full dropper into my water. It tastes like nothing, but it's green, and it makes me feel good. I think there's a bunch of different benefits from it. I feel good. It's actually one of my hangover cures.
Ooh,
I put chlorophyll in my water, and I don't know if it actually does anything, but I feel better. So
that's all you need.
Whatever greens mean to you, greens before coffee.
Yeah.
So what I've been doing is I'll go to the kitchen, I'll make my chlorophyll water, and then as I get ready for work in the morning, I just sip it.
Yeah.
Which that also helps me down a full glass of water before I have my coffee.
Exactly.
Well, today I am doing both at the same time.
Yeah.
But that's because we're recording this at 6 a.m. So
casual.
We can't get up much earlier.
No. That leads into the next item on the list, which is drinking our weight in ounces of water every single day.
Yes.
It's hard. It's really hard, but what makes it easier is when you have a large cup with a large straw.
Yes.
I have been drinking out of this baby, and I'm sure a lot of people would look at this and say, Court, that's definitely like a big cup. Not big enough, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Invest in that Stanley, invest in that Hydro Flask, that Yeti, and the less you have to fill up a cup throughout the day, the easier it is for you to drink. For whatever reason, it really is difficult to refill your glass 10 times as opposed to only needing to refill it 3 or 4 times.
Totally. Yep. So definitely invest in a big water bottle. I'm sure most of you already have it, but literally fill it up before you go to bed at night, just so when you wake up in the morning, it's already full. And the first thing you can do is take your sip of water, and then you're already on track for your goal. So I think I'm attempting to drink 4 of my big Yeti cups a day.
Yeah.
To be entirely honest with you, I'm not even sure if I've hit that goal once, but I'm actively trying, and I'm already drinking over double the water that I was.
Yeah.
So even if you don't have to get down on yourself if you don't achieve those goals.
Also, when you put the water on your bedside, the easiest thing to do to get like a glass of water in is the second you open your eyes in the morning, chug as much as you can, whether it be a full glass, half of your Stanley or Yeti, whatever. It just sets you off. It honestly wakes you up. It's like pre-shower, it awakens you, and then you already got like 20 plus ounces of water in before you even feel like you started your day.
Okay, next one is working out 5 days a week, specifically weightlifting.
Yeah.
For us. Your workout schedule can be whatever you want, but I've been trying to get into weightlifting for a while, and I'll do Joe's workouts sometimes, but Court graciously offered to come up with a workout plan. So our full first week after our mother-daughter weekend, I would wake up every morning and our Notion would be filled with a full weightlifting workout. And it was incredible. I have never jumped out of bed so excited in the morning because I actually have a schedule to follow and I'll know what I'm doing in the gym.
Yeah.
I know how to do all of the exercises. It's deciding how many reps, what order to do them in, which ones I should put together.
Yeah.
So that was amazing, and I've been loving it.
Yeah.
And I was so sore on my arm day because the weights I usually use, somebody was using them, so I had to use 17.5, which is so heavy for me. No, I felt amazing, though. Like,
Good.
I love feeling sore.
Good.
Anyways, yeah, so I've been loving it.
And it's the accountability, too. I feel like it's so easy to go to the gym, but if you're not intentional about it, that's when you're not going to see much progress. And I am honestly a victim to that. Like, I go to the gym at least 4 times a week. Now I've been going at least 5, at least this summer, because my life hasn't been as crazy. And when I get there, sometimes I'm just like, all right, what should I do today? And then I'm not pushing myself. I'm not increasing weight. I'm not like progressing. And my body is staying very consistent, which is fine. But it's kind of like, well, if you're doing all of this, don't you want to see some sort of improvement?
Absolutely.
And so I'm always the type of person that like will save workouts on Instagram when I see them, or TikTok, or maybe when I used to go to F45, or whenever I've like had a glimpse of like personal training before, I will write down my workouts after I do them, the ones that I like, and then I always have a list to pull from, and then I'll just kind of make my own order and routine. But when it's written out and you follow it, it literally changes your whole entire like experience and the progress that you see. So glad I've been able to help.
No, you've helped so much. And even I ended up going to the lake last weekend, and I went up on a Wednesday night, so I did not have access to a gym on Thursday or Friday. But then Saturday morning, my dad has like a full gym set up in the basement, so I literally did one of your workouts, and then I would swap out when I didn't have the equipment.
Yeah.
I felt so good. I was doing Bulgarian split squats on like the swing thing. I was being so creative. I was so sore. I felt so good. I felt just the endorphins that you get after a workout feel amazing. And then for my cardio on Sunday, we hiked Mount Major.
Love it.
You can be very flexible in your workouts, but being consistent the old me probably would have never done a workout at the lake.
Yeah,
I worked out both days.
That's amazing.
It was.
And it's also knowing that like you're working out this day, so I want to work out this day, and vice versa, you know?
Yes.
It's just like I don't know. It's just so easy when you have a buddy to do something with.
It is. Even at the gym, I'll be like, you know, do my bicep curls. I'm like, Court's probably doing her bicep curls today. I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Next, to really make sure that we're getting the muscle that we're working so hard for in the gym.
Yes.
A high protein diet.
Yes.
So apparently you're supposed to also like eat at least your body weight in protein a day in ounces.
Grams.
And yeah, sorry, grams. Ounces is water. But that's like really hard to do if you don't intentionally think about it. So we've kind of been brainstorming and looking up high protein snacks. Ash put like a whole list together, like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, protein bars, protein shakes. Like she has this one that she's obsessed with that still has not been delivered from Amazon for me yet.
Really?
Yeah.
They sell it at Wegmans because I literally went and I bought the because they had the chocolate one at Wegmans.
Good to know.
So I now have vanilla and chocolate. I have like 40 in my fridge right now.
Oh, amazing.
I'm obsessed. So they are called Fairlife, and they have two different versions. I've only ever had the 42 grams, so it's like their elite version. It has 10 extra grams of protein, I believe. But they also have a regular one, which is 32, which is also an amazing source of protein. So I've been drinking one of those after my workout or like around lunchtime, and that's already 40 grams of protein.
Yeah.
And then eggs in the morning, like 3 eggs, adding spinach. Spinach is
So
the
high in
highest protein vegetable. It's not like a ton, but for a vegetable, it's a lot. So you throw a handful of spinach in there.
Yeah.
Why not?
I throw that into my smoothies for added protein because it's flavorless. You can't even taste it.
You can't taste it, and it melts down so small.
Yeah.
So that's been great. Cottage cheese is a journey. I don't think I can do it.
Guys, if you'll follow us on Instagram, you know I've been taking a fork to the freaking thing.
I don't think I can do it. It's freaking me out a little bit. I tried it in my eggs. I think I put too much in, and it was watery. It was grossing me out. I made the buffalo chicken dip that I sent you. It just doesn't taste the same.
Yeah.
It was fine. I didn't enjoy it. And the biggest thing is I want to enjoy my meals.
Yeah.
Like, food is really important to me, and I've been loving cooking and chefing it up. So even just meat, I think getting like a rotisserie chicken and shredding it up at the beginning of the week is amazing. I did crock pot chicken on Sunday.
Yum.
And it just marinated in a sauce that I made all day, and then I just pulled it apart, and it was like a pulled chicken sandwich. You can put it in, if you don't have the flavor, you can put it in your eggs in the morning. You can make a chicken salad with it.
Yeah.
You could just have chicken and quinoa, which we made because quinoa is also really high in protein.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm sharing all of this is sometimes you're like, high protein foods, like where do I start? We just gave you a list of like 7 things.
Yeah, at least.
And that already gets you to almost 100 grams of protein.
Yeah. No,
if you do every single one of those.
Yeah, as long as you like have that in mind and put it on the grocery list, then it's achievable.
Also, as you start to introduce high protein into your diet, you just feel amazing. Like my energy level has been through the roof when I actually consume a lot of protein.
Yeah.
I'm not as hungry for snacks throughout the day because I'm actually full of nutrients.
Yeah, you're like satiated.
I feel so good, and that's the only way you're also going to build muscle. So if you're weightlifting and your body's not getting protein, you're not going to see any results. So it all kind of works together. And at the end of the day, all of these things, they're just going to make you feel so much better, and therefore you're going to want to do it. Whereas getting started, it's like, oh, I need to do this. Like, I need to find the motivation. But once you start incorporating some of these habits, you're going to want to keep going because you just feel so good. You're going to feel good,
and you're going to start to see progress.
Yeah. You guys know how I feel about my sleep. But 8 hours of sleep a night, or however many hours you need. Maybe you're a sleepy girl and you need 9. For me, I need 8 hours. If I don't get 8 hours, I'm fine, but like I don't operate at my best. So getting good quality sleep. So for me, that looks like my sleep mask every night. It looks like my magnesium before bed, making sure I don't have screens before, like when I enter the bedroom. Whatever's going to make me have the best night's sleep.
We're so close to the end of this list, but the next one I feel really passionately about. It's gratitude journaling. It definitely looks different for everyone, but if you are striving to be the type of person that really knows how to appreciate every step of the way and not just need something else to feel fulfilled or to feel like you've accomplished something, you need to implement this into your life. So I have a little template that I follow, that whether it's on my iPad or I'm like physically writing it out, where I journal every single day. And a part of that experience is I just write down 3 things that I'm grateful for. It could be as simple as the good night's sleep that I had last night. It could be that I just had a really restful weekend. It could be that I have Ashley in my life. Like, it could be something so simple or something so grand. And just doing that makes you appreciate what you have in front of you, so that you can be appreciative of both the small and the big things. Ashley, on the other hand, is not someone to write things down, but what is your version?
I love to write my list down, but I just simply have never been a journaling girl, ever. So my version of this, and I needed this a lot during the summer because I literally get depressed in the summer. I am just not a summer girl. I don't know. I'm not as happy in the summer like everybody else in the world, which can also be very daunting because I'm like, oh, everybody loves summer so much. Like, why do I hate it?
Yeah.
So when Joe and I walked to the gym, we started doing like, okay, we're going to go back and forth and say 3 things that we're grateful for. So that's kind of our way of practicing gratitude. And we'll just say silly things like, I'm grateful for the weather today. Like, this is so nice. This feels so good on my skin. I'm grateful for you. Like, whatever it is. If we have weekend plans, I don't know, sometimes I'll say I'm just grateful for our apartment.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for our life. Like, whatever it is, it can be simple. It can be easy. And I think having somebody do the activity, the gratitude activity with you, can feel a little less silly. Because when I sit down to write what I'm grateful for, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
But having somebody there to like bounce ideas back off and just back and forth from each other.
Yeah.
It's easy.
It's also as simple as like texting a friend. Like, you can literally tell one of your friends, like, I want to start doing this, and maybe you'll inspire them to do it too. But you can text your mom, you can text a friend, like, your list, and then they can do it back, and it's just going to set the tone for the day.
Yeah, I love it. And then our very last guideline is reading 5 pages a day. Ashley, Courtney, why 5 pages? That doesn't really seem significant. Because if you can sit down to read 5 pages, you will probably read more.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, I got a Kindle over the summer on Amazon Prime weekend, and I'm here to tell you it's worth it. I absolutely love it. I'm looking at my bookshelf right now. I always thought I wanted the physical book because I wanted to add it to my bookshelf, and I don't know, it's just something about holding a physical book. No, the Kindle's so easy. I've been reading before bed because like I said earlier, sometimes I have trouble falling asleep. Another great way to get sleep, because you're off your phone, you can dim the light of the Kindle. All the lights are off, Joe's sleeping, and I can turn over and like still read my Kindle.
Yeah.
And so that's also been helping me get great sleep as well.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I can read so fast because the text is large. So 1 page is like 2 pages on a Kindle.
Yeah.
I love it. I just absolutely love it. So if you thought that you were a physical book girly and you're trying to get into reading, maybe just try the Kindle.
Yeah. I've never heard someone say something bad about a Kindle. Once they bought it, they are obsessed with it. I don't know if that'll be an investment of mine, maybe in the future, but right now I'm really loving this one tangible book that I have called Blowing My Way to the Top by Jen Atkin. And yeah, I'm like going to rave about it to everyone. If you're like interested in something that's self-development and career focused, but also just like entertaining, and if you're a pop culture girly, I think you'll really enjoy this, because Jen Atkin is a celebrity hairstylist. But yeah, so I'm loving that right now. And honestly, the 5-page number is what makes it so attainable. If it's like read 1 chapter a day, it's like, well, how long is my chapter?
Right.
But 5, once you're in it, you can either feel accomplished by just reading 5, or you're like, oh, easily, I can get past this, and you can check it off the list.
Yeah, I love it. So that concludes our end of summer reset. So hopefully you guys choose to maybe incorporate some of those guidelines into your life, but also your reminder that these are all very achievable things.
Yeah.
it's not meant to be all or nothing. So if you miss a workout or if you didn't have your greens before your coffee, like, that's okay. Try again tomorrow.
Yeah.
These are all just guidelines that are going to help you get back on track and just make you feel like, okay, summer's coming to a close. Like, let me get back into my routines and my habits.
Yeah. It's also so foundational. This is so easy to build off on top of. So maybe once you've done this consistently for however long, you might be like, all right, let's add this into the routine. Let's add that. And it just really makes me feel like I'm doing something good for myself.
Truly. I've already felt so much better.
Yeah.
Just from doing this.
So we'll post on our Instagram feed the little checklist, and maybe we'll check in on the stories and see like how you guys are doing with it, how we're feeling about it, and maybe we can like progress and grow the list together over time.
I love it.
And with that, did we just conclude our episode 1 of season 3?
I think we did. Wow.
Yay!
Well, thanks for tuning in. We're so happy you guys are here. We're so happy to be back.
Yeah.
And
don't forget to follow us, subscribe to us, rate us 5 stars, leave us a review. We appreciate you so much.
And we'll talk to you next week.
See ya.
Bye.